Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I talk about, should we call it unsocial media or social media? I don't know. But in this day and age of one-way communication on YouTube videos, thought I'll take your time and torture you with my ideas on social media. Is it good? Is it bad? What the hell is good for? Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway, roll the intro. So, I'm being in the middle of my new project, still without a name, and still without photos to post online. Every photograph I've taken is still on the memory card. I haven't imported them into Lightroom yet, since I'll be doing that after the summer, just let the photos mature on the memory card. And I like to forget my photos and then see them with new eyes later on, before doing the editing and stuff. So I thought I'll take a couple of minutes of your life to talk about social media, or unsocial media, as it kind of feels like today. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful thing called the internet, where all the people were friendly and it was just like living in paradise. That's when nerds ruled the internet. And yes, sometimes internet can still be that paradise we all knew and loved, at least we who were there in the beginning of the internet. And sometimes internet can feel like this brown cesspool of racism, negative slur, and hatred, and a bit awkward opinions and conspiracy theories and whatever. I believe there's still hope for social media. We just have to get rid of a couple of things on the internet, and then we can start living in this media paradise again. First of all, we need to get rid of all the Zuckerbergs and Elon Musks and Jeff Bezos, who's trying to control the internet and control our views by using algorithms that empowers hatred instead of kindness. And I know hatred kind of brings out anger, and anger makes you click on stuff, and when clicking on stuff, these folks earn a lot of money. And that's kind of the same reason why you rarely see positive headlines on news sites anymore. Because according to psychologist studies I read, when you're angry, you're more likely to click around on websites and react more than if you're positive. And when all the Zuckerbergs, Musks, and Bezos leave, they can pack down all the hate and clickable promoting algorithms from hell in a suitcase and take them with them as they leave. So to all those mad scientists, I say thank you, goodbye, and don't let the modem hit you in the ass when you leave. And if you don't know what a modem is, Google it. And another thing that's a bit problematic on social media, especially on YouTube and sometimes on Instagram, and I've seen it on photography sites like the Swedish Photoframe, among other things, is this everyone's an expert syndrome. And since I'm involved in the field of photography, that's where I tend to notice them the most. You know, these people who always say, yeah, your camera is good, your photos are good. If you do this and this and this, it becomes a lot better because really your photo is good, but you kind of suck. And if you take it the way I think, yeah, you know. Or, yeah, your camera is good, but if you had this latest, greatest camera, your photos will be so much better. You know who I'm talking about? I am a firm believer in that those people, more often than not, are sponsored by camera companies because they have a lot of viewers online, or views on Instagram, views on YouTube, a lot of followers on YouTube. They get sponsored and they talk about cameras, but they have no idea how to compose an image. They only read the technical terms and think they sound hip, cool, credible. But I think they are incredibly not so bright. And those people seem to not be able to give constructive critique on photographs. Instead of critiquing the image or the photograph you show, they tell you how they would have taken the photograph, because that's what they read in Photography for Dummies. Or this is, I believe, a bigger problem for newcomers to the field of photography than us old veterans. I've been doing it for 25 years. Yeah, well, anyway. Listening to these so-called self-taught experts is very bad. And I believe that's one reason you're killing your own creativity. So, what should you do instead of listening to these folks with low self-esteem and too many fingers on the keyboards? Find people on social media. This is a positive side about social media, because there are really interesting channels on YouTube, accounts on Instagram, photographers on websites and stuff that actually wants you to succeed. I'm one of them. And listen to people who lift you up. And if you present a photograph to them, if they embrace the photograph you've taken and just give some pointers like, oh, you should have more shadow here, less shadow there, mute the colors a bit. And when they come with critique that actually makes your photograph feel better, instead of saying how they should have taken it or how you should have taken it, those are the people you should listen to. And like I said, listening to the wrong people, surrounding you with the wrong crowd, just because they're hip and cool, will break you down. And they will kill your creativity because they rarely have something positive to say. And then we have, what I mentioned before, all these sponsored videos on YouTube, sponsored accounts on Instagram, on Facebook, and probably on TikTok. I never use TikTok, so I don't know. And by sponsored, I mean not only the accounts that get money for doing reviews, but also when companies send out cameras and stuff to influencers to review. How many times have you heard this phrase? They send me this and that. I'm not getting paid, but I received this very expensive camera to review, and my opinions are my own. And if it's shitty, I'll tell you about it. And in the end, that thing they are reviewing is the best thing ever until they get the next product sent to them. I hear that too often on YouTube. Of course, those influencers aren't paid to do reviews, but their reviews are biased, no doubt about that. And usually those reviews on social media differs quite a bit from professional reviews. And as I'm going to talk about in several videos, there's only one thing that will kill a good image, a good photograph. And that's a bad idea. Instead of buying stuff based on social media, buy what feels right for you. Don't spend your money buying new cameras every year. Buy books instead. Buy one camera, a couple of lenses, books, and start reading about photography and about photographers and learn the craft. learn how to be creative. Do you remember when Instagram was for photographers? And not for pouting lips and stupid cats and dogs running around, or people paid to sell you shit? I do, and I sure want to get back to. And if anyone has any idea of any good social media platform for photographers that's not connected to Meta or Meta, please drop them in the comments. Thank you ever so much for watching me ramble on about social media and the state of social media today, and what I would hope it somehow can become again. Because in the nitty-gritty of things, social media is still something good. It's not like the wheel has been created again, but it's a great way for communication and getting out there as a creative person. So I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be talking about the wonders of the internet. Because I'm that old, so I remember a time without internet. A time when we actually had to hop on our bicycles and go to the video store or go to friends to get movies, video games, music, instead of just pressing a button.